Hello, hello. Hi, Cal. How's it going? How are you today? We don't need any of that nonsense. Let me know if I'm too quiet, because I don't want to adjust my gain. I'm so sorry. Yeah, this is like the weirdest time of year. Sorry, there's about to be toast ASMR, so I do apologize for that. Shokupan. God, I love this song. This song is so pretty. Jim Byron. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. You have so much going on. Yeah, I'm updating a YouTube description. Trying to before this video publishes in like 4 minutes. Eating toast. I massively overslept. Jay's just like up all night because he was like physically ill. So this is my schedule's all dysregulated today. But I have an abuelita flat white, and honestly, that's literally all I could ever ask for. Okay, almost there. Alright. All done. I did it. Yay! Alright, now I don't have to worry about that. And it will release in literally 3 minutes. Okay, good. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, God. It's at this point in my existence where I'm typically like, Jesus Christ, you could use a break. I'm only like 4 weeks into my semester. And then now good news is that Wattpad wants my werewolf thing, which is great. But now I have to find some time to bang out 4 chapters. See if Q is available. Let me actually message her. Let me see. Well, let me do some math. I gotta do some math super fast. Let's see. Oh wait, that's actually not that bad. I actually think I would have enough money to just pay her outright. Let me see. I gotta get the math together so that I know. I think that there was some money owed for like trades and stuff. I just gotta double check. But I mean, we're gonna work on some comics. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, because she did this for the last time, so this should be like around 220. So then, even if I were to just do the max possible, it's 400 bucks. So that's, she'd still get like 90 bucks. I'd still end up having to pay her. That's fine. Let me message her about it and see if she's available. Ooh, pistachio shortbread cookies sounds so good. Okay, let me just keep dipping the egg. Oh yeah, also, I don't know if you know, Cal, the US has, like, no eggs. I'm a shortbread hoe. Jace also loves shortbread cookies. Okay, so I realized I have no fork, so I'm doing the Studio Ghibli style. I heard about the USA's lack of eggs. I don't know what the fuck's happening to us over here, dude. Yeah, Whole Foods doesn't have any eggs. I was able to get some from Misfit Market, which is like the delivery service that I use. And they save like reject eggs that wouldn't have made it into stores anyway because they're like too small. Or they're like weird colored. Quote, weird colored. Okay, so actually I'm going to do another one of these. This is actually going to be a nice piece to complete. Easy peasy, easy page. But I'm going to nope. Get this down like this. This is going to be such a cool page. This is such a fucking reveal. Oh, it's such a time. Okay, let's see. I'm going to actually close Gilded Coffin because I think that this is... I can feel my computer screaming. I'm actually going to... What are you? Oh, I was finishing listening to Chapter 6. Oh, so I'm just gonna know that I need to work on Chapter 7. It's page 49. I'll remember. Yeah, I have a lot of shit going on 24/7. Yep, bird flu. Yep. Well, and it's interesting because I think that there was like a bunch of other issues as well, like logistics problems. The US does not plan ahead, you know? Hi, Gamby, how are you? The problem is that we mistreat our birds a lot here in the US. And so birds are forced to stand in really unhygienic conditions for a lot of egg distributors. And then they're like, wow, these birds are literally piled on top of each other. I don't understand how it's possible that they caught this highly contagious disease. And it's like, yeah, wonder how that happened. I'm doing pretty okay. Taking it nice and slow today because I am fucking exhausted. But I'm having some house moving castle toast. And by that I mean I'm having shokupan with a big old egg on it. And it's really actually giving me life. It's very good. So I'm very much enjoying my breakfast right now. I've got an Abuelita flat white coffee, decaf. So doing good. We're going to work on this page a little bit. I think Jason and I are planning on going and seeing Nausea 2 this weekend. I'm fucking stoked. I need to go and support the movie that physically demolished Inside Out 2. Make America feel real bad. Disney quakes before the power of China. Alright, now all I have left is a piece of bread. But I'm gonna eat it. Man, shokupan is so good. God, it's the best bread in the whole world. Fuck American white bread, man. Oh my god. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't really make iced coffee that much. When I do get iced coffee, it's from my the coffee shop downstairs. The last thing that I got from them, one of their specials this season for their seasonal menu is a lemon poppy seed matcha latte. And that was insanely good. It was so tasty. Also, it's Whip Wednesday, by the way. So if you want to share your latest lines of whatever fiction you're working on, if you're working on anything, you should. Okay, sorry, I'm opening shit up in Daz. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Let's see. I need my sets. Yeah, this Abuelita creamer is so fucking good. I feel alive. Okay, let me zoom in, because I'm glad that Wukong decided to sit down. I'm glad that he's here. It's like, good job, buddy. Okay, I can actually drag this over because there's no bodies. Let me see. I'm hoping that this doesn't accidentally flash. I don't think that it will, though. Let me... It's not this. This is where this gets dumb. Actually... That's good. I like that. But I need your face to not be dumb. It's like I don't have dumb face. I'm okay. For context, Fair Trade coffee's on sale for $8.99 instead of $12. Ayo! Oh my god, Mr. Kelly's sending me all of his wedding outfit. Good Jesus! Oh, it's happening. That's so awesome, though. Mom grabbed a bag of the pre-ground, and I did a cold steep. That sounds so nice, though. I like cold brew coffee more than I like, standard coffee. I know Mr. Kelly's been having trouble finding, the wedding outfit. Oh my god, Taco Bell. I wonder what's on the menu now. I wonder what they have. I'm a Taco Bell hoe, I realize. I would sell my soul for a bean burrito. Did you ever see... This reminds me of when... This fucking image. Hold on, I gotta go find it. It's a Disney secret how to render shit when you have a really weird angle and you need the shot to line up correctly. Sometimes you just have to fucking break the model. So this is Mirabel looking at the fragments in that one scene in an Encanto. No shit. This is the final scene. Hold on, let me fucking open this image because literally this is so funny. Okay. So this is the final scene where she's looking at the, Why do I have two instances of ViatoTube open? Get out of here. Sorry, hold on, let me get rid of one. She's looking at the shards, and then, like, literally her arms are like... Nate! Oh my god, I wish that Mr. Kelly was not, like, trying to fucking message me a million things all at the same time right now. Yeah, so I think about this often. It's like, how do you get shit to work in your favor? It's like, oh. You just bust the model, it's fine. Don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, that's what I'm doing right now. And guaranteed if I were to zoom out... If I were to zoom out right now, this whole thing would be so busted. Because I really like this position of this arm. Let me bend this way. Nope. I twisted it too much. I have to just be really gentle with this because this is otherwise going to look dumb. And then I'm going to bend this finger back. This is pretty much what 3D animating is, by the way, y'all. If y'all ever wondered, like, oh, what is 3D animating, actually? Like, if I were to get a job, what does that look like? This is pretty much it. Okay, that actually looks fantastic. Okay, great. Hello? Hello? I just start yelling at it. Okay. Oh, those pistachio shortbread cookies look super good. Crispy! That's cool. think the printing got a little fucked. Look, we don't talk about it. Yeah, it looks really good. They look tasty. Do I have... I might move this over just a little bit. All right, good morning. Also, you want to know what? I haven't had my Wacom disconnect from this version of Photoshop ever. Just in case anybody was curious. I used to have that issue a lot with my tablet, and so far this version of Photoshop, I haven't had that issue. So that's kind of interesting. The store used to carry cashew ones. That sounds so good. Oh, that reminds me that I have nougat. I should really go eat it. I picked some up for Jace because I thought he would like it. And it's not that he doesn't like it. It's just that he has been like kind of overloaded on sweets. So I'm going to try and help him finish the nougat. Let me see. I'm trying to... Nah, I'm just going to do it by hand. When you have figures like this that are all entangled, doing the method that I have where I'm like trying to have the stroke function a specific way, it just doesn't work in the way that I want it to, and so I have to just I typically just end up doing it by hand because it's fucking dumb. It doesn't do what I want to do. Because this is where a line will definitely cross here. Grandma! Let me see. The model's blank staring. I know, right? I'm like, well, because it's like I don't even fuck with their expressions or anything. I do all that by hand. Unless I need to move the jaw open really far for whatever reason. So I just kind of like leave it alone. I'll do the tears on this layer later. But yeah, them just fucking she's just like, it's a 1,000-yard stare. Totally. I love Grandma. It's funny because the word in Tagalog for grandma is the same word as, or sorry, the word for grandma in Chinese is the same word in Tagalog for mom. Because I believe it's nai. Yeah, nai in Mandarin. But then in Tagalog, to call your mom, you say nai. So I always call my mother-in-law nai. And it's funny. Grandma. I'm fine. Hydrate. I'm drinking my coffee. My coffee. God, it's good. Ooh. It's good shit. Why are you having fucking issues? Hello? Okay, thank you. I'm sure people are going to be like, this is racist. And I'm going to be like, no, she's just homeless. Like, give me a second. I promise she does not look like this for the rest of the comic. She's just homeless and old. I'm like so sad. Q is moving out of the state. I'm like gonna cry. But I guess I'm moving out of the country soon too, so we would have had to like say goodbye eventually. Also, I made an art history discovery, and I didn't realize that. I didn't put 2 and 2 together until I was watching The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Jace the other day with Ben Stiller in it, because Ben Stiller's Jewish, right? Yeah, he is. He's Ashkenazi. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, he's definitely Jewish. Yeah, I didn't realize because I was like looking at his hands in that movie, and I was like, oh yeah, he's got the spatulated thumbs because like that's a pretty common genetic trait for people of Ashkenazi descent. Let's see. But what I think is interesting from an art history standpoint is that you have spatulated thumb. So this is the spatulated thumb here on the left. And then this is a standard thumb here on the right. Or I shouldn't say standard thumb. It's just like a less common thumb. But Jewish folks tend to have spatulated thumbs more often, where effectively, in other words, the thumb flattens out and gets wider as at the tip instead of becoming narrower at the tip. So it's like a unique genetic trait. And for whatever reason, Jewish people tend to have the spatulated trait over the others, the thinner tip. What's interesting is that it's also used in palmistry a lot to like read palms. But yeah, here's a bunch of people with a bunch of spatulated thumbs. It makes a lot of sense. But what's really wild about that is what's really funny is because a bunch of animators at Walt Disney Animation Studios for a long time during the 20th century were a lot of Jewish animators. And so the standard for Disney became to draw all of their men with spatulated thumbs. All of them. And so if you look at Disney, like there's another one. If you look at Disney's animation style for men, it's really kind of funny. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together until literally like 2 days ago. And I was like, oh my God, wait. Like, that's probably why the Disney style is, again, here's another one. In this particular instance, to have a spatulated, there's another one, have a spatulated thumb, specifically for their men, because the animators were looking at their own hands for reference. And it ended up resulting in spatulated, yeah, spatulated thumbs on a lot of their figures, so I thought that was cool. The females don't have it. They have the creepy Disney 1950s Cinderella pointy fingers that you could effectively, I call them the stiletto fingers, where you legit could stab somebody in the eye and then pluck out their eye like a cocktail olive, which is horrifying. So it's funny because I was trained in like 2D animation. I also draw male hands in the spatulated way, and I like was looking at Ben Stiller's stupid thumb, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, why did I not think about this until just fucking now? I am a fool. Hello. Yeah, well, and it's funny because I've looked at Disney images so much that I'm like, you'd think I would know this. I just remember, like, the first time I even learned about the Jewish thumbs was because I had a Jewish friend in high school, and she was like, yeah, don't look at me, I got the fucked up thumbs, and we were like, Brittany, what do you mean? And she was like, look at my Jewish-ass thumbs, and we were like, oh, Brittany, and it was like, it was like the first time any of us were like, oh my god, that's so fucking crazy, like, you don't think about how, like, your hands are impacted by your ancestry. It was just really fucking great, but her thumbs were very spatulated. They were, even more spatulated than like Ben Stiller's for sure. Very unique hands. I could pick her hands out in a crowd for sure. So she was a fucking cool person. I loved Brittany. She was so fucking great. She was smart as fuck. But that's also why a lot of Disney's movies ended up so racist. Definitely not saying that Jewish folks are racist, because that's definitely not the case. But, like, unfortunately, all they knew was Jewish culture, Jewish American culture specifically. And so then when asked to create things about other cultures, not only was racism the cultural standard norm for the United States at the time, but then also Jewish people were like, this seems like something that white people would like, right? And then just made shit that was just, like, not even, like, nowadays we'd be like, guys, are you okay? And then not to mention that Walt Disney effectively had them fucking chained to their desks in the studio and then was like, yes, work, my minions! And it was, like, really fucking bad. Like, it was really bad. Disney was so fucking bad. Disney is still bad, but, like, especially in, like, the 40s, 50s, and 60s, good Christ. Like, would not recommend taking a job at Walt Disney Animation Studios at that time. Oh my god, whoa, Photoshop, where are we going? Where are you taking me? I want like a kind of a waddle. Whatever the fuck they call that. A goiter. I don't know what that's called. Little old lady neck. The flappy neck. Yeah, the history of Disney Studios is absolutely wild if y'all ever want to, like, look it up, because shit's crazy. Shit's nuts. I now feel like a weird Walt Disney encyclopedia, and I don't know if I like it. Like, they teach you so much about Disney, and I wish that we had learned more about international film history. Because I feel like I now know more about the thief and the cobbler than literally anything else. And I'm like, I don't need to know this. I'm like, what more is there? The budget got massively over bloated because the guy wouldn't stop adding frames. Like, I don't... What else is there to say? And then the movie had to get canceled. Because the guy wouldn't stop fucking over-animating. The Snorlax! Alright, it's time to take a break to feed a Snorlax. Oh man, brains are so wild. My brain just almost short-circuited, yo. I was like, because I'm like listening to, I was like, that verse, that whole rap breakdown was just in Mandarin, and I was going to say, oh, I have a package, but my brain wanted to say it in Chinese. I was like, 我想, and then I like didn't have the other words for package. What is the Chinese word for package? Now I need to know. So that way I can satisfy the brain itch. Or sorry, 我有一个包裹. 我有一个 or 一个包裹. I have a package. Sorry, brain. We can't do that. If we don't know the vocabulary, we can't do that. You don't know Mandarin that good. Disney makes sense when going into animation adjacent stuff, but for more international shit, please. Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's tough because like they just assume that when you're going into animation school that you want to go and work for Disney and that's what you want to do, and that's a really specific thing to assume about somebody, because it's like, what if I want to go and work for Toei? What if I want to go and work for the guys that just produced Nausea? Now, granted, you'd have to learn to speak fluent Mandarin, but, like, fuck it. I'm moving to Beijing, bitch. Like, I'm out of here. You know, what if I wanted to go work on Memoir of a Snail? Like, why does it have to be just U.S. animation? So, really weird. And then even then, in my opinion, Disney is not the best animation studio anymore. Like, yes, it has a lot of history, but there are other studios that we need to be looking at. Not Pixar. Other studios even beyond that we need to be looking at, like DreamWorks. We need to be looking at Blue Sky, which doesn't exist anymore. We need to be looking at Illumination now, because to be quite frank, the fucking Minions have got a chokehold on America. And I'm not even mad about it. I hope that those little yellow fucking beans, they just live forever and continue to make the internet uncomfortable, because that's brilliant. I ain't even mad. I'm not even mad. I'm gonna actually tweak this line. I need to change my camera millimeter. I was talking to my animation teacher, or not my animation teacher, my storyboarding teacher about this. They're liars. Well, I gotta go watch this stupid tutorial. Oh my god, me too. Thanks. Bro, you just saved a life. Sir, you fucking just saved a life. Thank you, random man. Oh my god, I've been looking for that for like fucking 14 years. Oh my god. I'm fine. Stupid anchor point. So let me go and adjust my focal length on my... There we go, looking good. That looks nice. Because I like the focal length on it, but I think that we need a little bit of a different focal length here. Let me see. The best focal length, 28 millimeter. Oh, because I have like a focal length of 50. Oh. Oh, see, but that creates more warp. Little do you know. What if it's like 80? Oh, we're gonna look over here. Let me look at this image. God damn it. Lenses are important, guys. Look at this. This is insane. What have you been looking for 10,000 years? So there's this thing called an anchor point when you're doing a rotation in Photoshop when you're doing free transform, and they turned it off as the default. So for example, say I have this thing and I want to rotate it at specifically this nubbin. If I go over here and I select it, for a long time, I didn't have this stupid thing, and so all I can do is rotate it in the center perfectly, which is not what I want. I want to rotate it at the nubbin. There's a setting up at the top that turns this little fucking thing back on so I can move it over here and then rotate it around the nubbin. So, yeah, the nub, it's important. Because 50 doesn't look bad. 300 looks too flat. 85 is going to be probably my sweet spot. Yeah, let's do that. So let me go back over here. I'm going to get back into 85. Now that I understand what I'm fucking doing. So that's good. I'm going to save this. Alright, and then now I have to like... Go back over here. All right, we're okay. Okay. I need to light myself on fire. There's so much going on. Oh my god, stop it. Photoshop, stop. I'm fine. She looks like fucking Rihanna. I accidentally created Rihanna. I don't feel bad. It is what it is. I guess that just means I got good anatomy. Alright, now I need to go in here and guess what? I get to do all of this by hand. I am mad because I want my passport to get approved. Jace's got approved, and mine has just been sitting, and I'm, like, nervous about it. And we shipped ours the same time. And I just want them to fucking approve my damn passport. I just want to be able to go on my honeymoon and not have to worry about it. I'm like, please, for the love of God. Actually. All right. I'm like, my ass is about to flee to Canada. I'm literally this close. I'm like, don't fucking test me. They're trying to get rid of gay marriage now. That's what we woke up to this morning. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's really bad. Yeah, nothing has taken action on it yet. So as of right now, it's just in resolution form, and there's still a chance that it's going to get shot down, that nobody's going to vote on it, but guaranteed every fucking Republican is going to vote on it. Which unfortunately means that, we are going to have to, like, fucking really fight to make sure that, it doesn't happen. But, and most likely what it would mean is that certain states would recognize gay marriage and others would not. Yeah, it's almost like having rights is really fucking important. Super important. We're literally, having serious issues here. It's really not great. And then people are now worried too, because if they're going to go after that, then they're going to go after interracial marriage next as well. And it's like, definitely, it sucks because people, like, they accuse you of, like, fear-mongering or whatever, you know? Because, like, back when they got rid of, like, Roe v. Wade here, which was, like, rights to abortion, everyone was like, yep, they're gonna come straight for fucking gay marriage next, guaranteed. And then everyone was like, you're being overreactive. They're not gonna do that. And then it's like, yep, well, here we are. Surprise, surprise, we were not wrong. And now we have to worry about that shit. Gotta love it. It's some fuckhead from Michigan that proposed the resolution. He has a very punchable face. It's like Martin Shkreli levels of face punching. And, like, I don't think people will go down without a fight, but, like, I really don't want to stay in a country where my marriage is not legally recognized. Like, that, we would have to go back to, like, Victorian times where I'd have to, like, legally adopt Jace as my son in order to make sure he could fucking inherit my wealth. And vice versa. Like, have legal power of attorney over me. Yeah, because that's what they had to do. That's what you had to do in the Victorian period in the United States. You could circumvent not being able to legally pass down your assets to your partner by effectively saying, oh, no, this is Jace. He's my son. And then because it was, like, not really anybody's business, you know, they don't know that, of course, you're in your house banging. Because obviously he's not genetically related to you in any way. But that was the number one most effective way to make sure that your assets stayed within your family. Because ultimately the person was your husband. But the legality was tricky. But people were really creative back then to try and make sure that that didn't happen. The fact that we're having to, like, potentially, like, go back to that is what's fucking really frustrating, though. Because it shouldn't be like that. Yeah, so we'll have to just wait and see how that plays out. Well, and it's, like, super fucked up because it's, like, I really just think that what we are having issues with right now is a massive generational turnover issue and a cultural issue here in the United States that I did not sign up for. I did not want to live through this shit. So I'm very excited to move to a place where people will value me and my right to individual expression and my right to individuality. And to go be around a culture of people, because guaranteed I'm, like, going to go to move to New Zealand and all of my friends are going to be Maori. And I know that that's going to be true because I don't really align with white culture. And I'm very excited to be around a big culture of people who are tolerant and accepting of these things. And that's not to say that that's, like, the case 100% for all people of all, you know, like, groups. You know, that's not, you can't make that assumption. But, like, overall, like, I was, like, thinking about how here in the U.S., you know, people do the most wily ass shit. And they don't get fired from their jobs as politicians. And, like, literally in New Zealand over the weekend, two politicians got into kind of a heated argument. And then one dude, in a very immature fashion, mind you, shoved another dude, like he physically laid hands on the guy. Right? He was so embarrassed by that being his physical reaction, he was like, oh, I should resign. Because apparently I'm so immature I can't handle my own job. And he knew that the scandal was going to be so bad from him just doing that would remove him. It would make it impossible for him to get reelected. And it's like, man, it must be nice to live in a country where when somebody actually does something that's unprofessional, they get kicked out of office, or they get so ashamed that they just, like, leave. Because I'm all about people expressing their right to be upset, to be angry in a Congress situation, because, like, there's a lot that we should be upset about. But, like, being a little bitch and, like, pushing somebody is not one of those things that you should be able to do. And, like, it's just insane to me, because I know if the same thing had happened here in the United States, the guy would not be fired. Nothing would be done, and he would just continue to go to work. And then actually, to some extent, I'm sure that some of his colleagues would say that he had a right to push that other person to be violent in a professional setting. And it's like, that's a weird place to be. Weird time to be alive. Just super awkward. So I'm ready to get the fuck out of here and go be with a bunch of people who actually, like, they're not on crack. Like, actually literally on crack. I'm not even joking that that's not even an exaggeration. Like, actually not on crack. Because so many of our politicians are on crack. That's just fact. That is the truth. I'm good with doing crack, just don't do it at work. Don't do drugs, guys. Drugs are bad. I'd like to clarify that. Okay, let me see. I have to turn this kid's fucking entire face up. I'm just so sick of constantly having to justify my fucking existence. When really, it should be... It should be, just easy to live, you know? This is why people move in the middle of fucking nowhere, because they're like, I can't physically deal with being around other people. Like, do I want... No, I think I'm going to do an extreme close-up here. Hey, Kragan! That's how kissing works, right? Oh yeah, these guys are definitely not kissing. Well, actually, I guess she is kissing. She's kissing her grandma's eyes. She feels really bad. Her grandma went blind because she was outside and homeless and didn't have access to medication, so that's pretty not good. We got one little abandoned homeless old lady. And her granddaughter who is like, oop, I feel real bad. Thankfully, these two... Let me get rid of this. These two panels are really easy to do here. I don't have to worry about it. I feel like there's got to be at least some Rule 34 content about exactly that, and you can find that on the internet. That's not really my jam. Me and Yoshi ain't friends. Oh, I'm just in here to make grandma happy. Grandma deserves a happy ending. It's true. No, I can guarantee you, because I've seen it, that there is content of that shit out there. You don't even have to look hard. You can that one's an easy one. That's easy to find shit. That's shit that you find on accident on Fur Affinity at 2 in the morning. Like, that's like, whoopsie, I didn't want to see this, but now I'm here. That's why am I here content. That's the kind of shit that Nintendo is actively trying to take down and physically can't get to it fast enough. I feel like every time I do open Fur Affinity, I do end up accidentally getting bombed by something. So it would not surprise me if I have seen it at some point. I just recognize if you combine all of the universe's favorite fetishes into one place, guaranteed the statistical probability of that shit being there is much higher. That is merely the way math works. I don't make the math rules. I just observe them in real time. Hello? Can you please select? Thanks. Okay, so now I get to erase this. Yeah, Fur Affinity's a wild place. Definitely not saying it's a bad place, just a place. Yep. And I appreciate the honesty. I really do. Like, legitimately, I'm a huge proponent of just letting people do whatever the fuck they want as long as it's not hurting other people. Like, I feel like if I had a religious affiliation, I actually would probably be a member of the Church of Satan. Like, genuinely. Like, an established, I should say, an affiliated religion with, like, an established church, because obviously I am religious. I just don't subscribe to religions that tend to have organized churches. But I definitely respect what the Church of Satan's got going on. That's kind of very much their vibe, is like, just let other people be humans and fuck it, man. If they're not hurting anybody else, then whatever. I'm like, if you want to look at the Yoshi shit, that's up to you. That is for you. That way, everybody can have freedom to whatever the fuck they want. That shit's important. Individual liberty or something. Liberty. Poor Grandma. Grandma didn't deserve any of this shit. This is going to be kind of a fun panel to render, though, because there's going to be some laser beams coming out of this lady's eyes. It's just... I don't know why I sounded like a Tonka truck drill, or like a Tonka toy drill. That was not the sound effect that I was looking for. Right? Yeah, I recognize I'm definitely, like, very, like, I tend to be really loose with that shit. Like, I have definitely, like, views that I will not express in a recorded space on the internet about what people should or should not be able to do, because I recognize that a lot of the stuff is viewed as illegal in my country, and, like, censorship is a real thing. People are terrible, but, like, yeah. Because my thing is it's like, yeah, again, the major rule is if you're not hurting somebody else against their consent, then you, like, yeah, I'm of the opinion that anything should fly. So, me and the Oregonians here in the United States line up. But people here in the U.S. do not like people being able to, like, do what they want and be happy, which is not great. And we're seeing that in, like, full swing right now. Like, hardcore. So that's been fun. I wish it didn't preoccupy my brain so much, because, like, what I should be focusing on is finishing school and, like, doing really well there. Or, like, being happy and being excited for my wedding, but, like, knowing now that some bitch is literally trying to nullify my marriage before my wedding even happens. I'm like, cool. I love living here. Absolutely love being in this fucking country. Yeah, my mom was asking me, like, well, what happens, like, if you leave the U.S. and it, like, genuinely gets a little bit better? She was like, what happens if that's the case? And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, I think that the systemic issues that we have going on here, they're just too deep-rooted, because that's what the country was founded on. And, like, I do think that people can make pretty significant changes, which is cool. Like, I think that, you know, like, I think about how Norway in their constitution for a long time, they stated in their constitution that Jewish people were not allowed to move to Norway. And that's so anti-Semitic, right? That's so horrible. But the people of Norway eventually recognized that that was fucked up and that they shouldn't do that. And they amended their constitution. They reworked their entire constitution to make sure that those things didn't end up in there, you know? And, like, to me, that shows that they, as a group, as a people, collectively went, you know what? We were wrong, and it required a lot of work, but they were able to make amends for the things that they had done. And the problem is that the shit that the U.S. pulled is, like, significantly worse than just excluding, like, a group of people from being here. Because, like, not only did we do that with things like the Chinese Immigration Act, which was, like, to exclude Chinese people from being able to immigrate into the United States, period, for example, because our xenophobia was, like, mad crazy in the early 1900s, and still is. But it's, like, that on top of, like, literally everything else, you know? So it's, like, how do we couple with that kind of history where we have so many systemic issues? Like, what would we as a country need to do to make sure that those systemic things go away? And most importantly, how do we make sure that the people who are eager to continue to exploit those systemic weaknesses that we have are adequately punished if they try to do so? Because as of right now, we are just letting people just fucking do whatever they want, be as hateful as they want, with effectively zero recourse, which is really shitty. And that, I think, is partially why we are in the situation that we are in, is that people just aren't getting punished for it, because the people in office also want to be able to do the same thing. So we do end up in a situation where it's like, okay, nobody's getting punished for what's going on. And how does that make the country any better? How do we move forward using those parameters, right? Those would be the basic requirements that would have to be met, is for the United States to, one, acknowledge that everything that we've done in the past to make this particular country unlivable for specific groups of people, and then two, acknowledge that our nation was founded on the principles of making the country unlivable for those specific groups of people, or to exploit those specific groups of people. And then finally, three, what are we going to do to move forward to be able to ensure that the people living here now are no longer being exploited, and that the people who are trying to be the exploiters are being reprimanded for that exploitation? And I don't think that we have enough interest from the current politicians, for example, that are the figureheads in the United States, to want to even touch that, because so many of them benefit pretty intensely from being able to do these things, that for them it's like, oh, well, we are going to ride this system until it fails, right? We're going to run the train off the rails if we have to. So for me at this point, I'm like, I don't really see anything that I can do to try and make it better. And I recognize that this is a very privileged approach as well, because I know a lot of people just can't leave, right? You fiscally do not have the means to just be like, nope, I don't like it here anymore. And then furthermore, too, not everybody wants to leave, right? Because, like, I think about all the people, like, especially, like, black folks, for example, who have literally had to fight tooth and nail to be able to have claim over some kind of property here in the U.S. because their families bled for that property, right? They shouldn't be told that they need to leave. That's fucked up. You know, they deserve to be able to stay and to be able to be happy, you know, and make a life that they're proud of here. So it makes me very upsetty spaghetti, to put it in gentle words, that people are like literally physically trapped. Yeah, it's a very bizarre place to be. It feels very unreal. So I probably won't be coming back here, I don't think, after I move. It would have to be some kind of a very radical change for me to want to come back ever again. It'd have to be like a family emergency for me to come back here. I'm like, bye, see you later. I'm gonna go literally live on an island where there's no mosquitoes. Thanks. See you later, potato. I'm gonna keep drinking my coffee. I'm glad it's decaf because I don't feel like I'm dying. People always posting good shit in the food zone on Discord. I literally, Cal, the little pigeon comic that you posted, legit, I'm talking to Jace about that exact same thing right now. Literally, that was me all last night. I was like, bro, you are sick. It's okay. Hello? Yeah, I hate to constantly have to, like, talk about fucking... I try to avoid talking about politics as much as I can on stream, because it tends to be a downer, but, like, goddamn. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, you know? Like, how do I, deal with the fact that it's like, you know, I have some things that happen to me that are like, it makes me literally the happiest I've ever been in my whole fucking life. You know, like being able to get married to somebody like Jace is like one of the most incredible things that has ever happened to me. And then to literally wake up, and like I haven't talked to Jace about it, to like literally wake up and have somebody be like, oh, we don't think that you should have that. We don't think that you are worthy of that. It's like, go fuck yourself. Like, literally go fuck yourself. You and your punchable white boy face. Like, I'm about to start to Greta Thunberg this shit, go and fucking climb on telephone poles and shit. Greta Thunberg don't give a shit. Greta Thunberg, go and climb on shit. She says, you want to come over here? You can't. You got to climb through me. Fucking, I will punch you. Oh my god, a mountain landslide of fuck. Is it that one Stevie Nicks song, but like the chaotic bad version of it? I think that's what this is. Yeah, and I'm at the point where it's like, I don't really feel like... I think the overall sentiment is like, I'm not like sad about it. And I recognize that people, I'm sure are probably sick of being overwhelmed by it. You know, where it's like, okay, I don't want to think about it or hear it anymore. But then also, too, it's like, for me, in my reality, I don't get the luxury of being able to just not think about it. You know? And so if it's unfortunately relevant in my life, it's like I wish that it wasn't. I really do. I wish that it wasn't that way, that I could just not think about it. Like, that'd be amazing. I'm sure that that's what it's like for a lot of, like, cishet white Americans right now, is that they don't have to think about it. I'm sure it's very cool. It's a cool place to be. But I definitely recognize that, like, I've never had that luxury in my life. And that's a bummer. Shitty place to be. So for it to be thrown in my face constantly, I'm like, okay, I'd love to just be able to just fucking work on comics and chill, you know, like, god damn. Like, that'd be fucking neat. If we could do that, that'd be fucking nice. I just want to draw my stupid monkey man. Purdy, please. Speaking of that, let's see where my passport's at. I haven't gotten any emails, so I really shouldn't just like fucking keep entering the form a million times, but like, also, I wish to leave this place. Let me leave! Damn it! It's still taking forever. It's really not, though, actually. They're like, they're right on track, truly. I'm just being impatient as fuck. so fucking impatient. You know that moment when you realize that this whole thing should have been like this? My bad. Nope. We got a bot. Get it out of here. Quick. Quickly. I'm going. I'm running as fast as my little legs can handle. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm doing it. I'm getting out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I did it. I did it. I'm the best. I love how they have to tell people when they're like doing their scammy ass shit. They're like, don't forget to remove the space in the URL. It's like, yeah. How the fuck else do you think URLs work, you dummy? Like, you silly bean. Whoops, that's the wrong color. Hello? Also, too, I don't want to miss any fingers. I have a lot of pages open, that's why this is freaking out right now. Photoshop CC uses a lot more processing power than CS6 did, which is unfortunate, so I'm trying to figure out if I need more RAM. I don't know. Or it could just be OBS, to be quite fucking honest. As soon as I vanish, a bot comes in. Yeah, it saw you leave, and it was like... and they just ran as fast as humanly fucking possible in here. Its little legs went into overdrive as soon as you went away. It's gonna be a huge pain in the ass, but that's okay. It's like, mod has to go pee, now I run. Clearly, this is the most opportune time. I don't even remember. I'm like, Grammy, what color is your flip-flops? All right. Oh my god. I never want to read the phrase dog holders ever again. Gam Gam. I got questions for you, Gam Gam. Oh my lord. Oh my god. I'm like, Photoshop, might I? Jesus Christ. You good? Jesus. Okay, Photoshop's having a fucking conniption. Only on that document for whatever reason. Alright. And like, just in case anybody wanted to have a stroke, it's fine. Deet doot deet doot deet. Beep boop. Oh my lord. I'm so tired. I just like... Like, I get it, but like, goddamn. And then I have to like do work. I don't want to do work. Do not want. Okay, it stopped having a fucking conniption. Yeah, literally, every time Photoshop updates, it creates new problems. That's the secret. This is the most sexy Consent is Cool song I've ever fucking heard. To me, whisper in my ear, my soul. If you wanted to, I wanted to, but if you don't want to, I don't think we should. This was the best fucking concert I've ever been to in my life. This was so good. Like, legitimately, I can't think of a better fucking concert. Hello? My nose is all sniffers. I really need, like, time to go and, like, lay down and be, like, sad. Does that make sense? And then, like, I feel like I don't have time to do so. Rotate, I say. Hello? I love it when Photoshop just, like, doesn't work. Hello? You bastard. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and close this, too. And then close everything that I need to. I'm gonna actually leave that one open. This one I can close. This one I need to... Oh, my lord. Keep open. Fine, you want to play games? We can play games, you little fuck. I don't have to use the scrubby zoom at all. I can just fucking use the arrow keys like I'm from 1999. That's fine. Fight me, bitch. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like... There, are you good now? No, it just won't scale. So I can do that manually, that's fine. I don't know what this is. And it's only in the Control-T function. Fucking weird. Well, and I'm like, why? Yeah, it's Photoshop. So maybe I do need better RAM. Because my CPU, my processor's not having a problem. Physical memory in use. Yeah, that's RAM. It's all RAM. And there is some CPU usage here, which makes sense. OBS is a CPU hog. That tracks. There's a little bit of memory here. It's mostly OBS, which makes sense. But yeah, man, okay, so apparently I just need some better RAM. I wonder if my motherboard can handle DDR5. In which case, I'm going to have to go and just get some DDR5. Because what do I even have in here? I have 48 gigs of RAM, but how do I check if it's DDR4? Oh, go to Task Manager and see what the speed of the RAM is. How do I check this? Performance tab, select memory. Yes, but... What? But where is it in here? Because I am blind and dumb. Because I'm seeing MT per second. Oh yeah, no, I got straight DDR4 in here, guaranteed. Because that's like 2100 MTS. Okay, so yeah, I need to maybe buy DDR5 RAM. That's what's happening to me right now. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's what's happening to me right now. Is that it just doesn't have enough physical memory. So, guess what I need to do? I might ask for that for my birthday. Because I knew eventually I was going to have to, like, you know, get new DDR5 RAM. I just didn't know when. I just don't know if the RAM that I have is, or the motherboard that I have, pardon me, is compatible with the RAM that I want, or RAM that I would need. That's the question. Truly. So I will have to do some research. Because if it will make this process smoother, then there's no reason. And honestly, too, fucking RAM is really cheap. Like, all things considered, it's really not, like, that expensive at all. So I'll just have to go and get it. Yeah, you can pretty much, if you're on a Windows machine, you can pretty much find everything that's wrong with your machine inside your task manager. Like, if you're ever having issues and you're like, I don't know why my computer's being so slow, or like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, the task manager is the best place to find that information and be able to go and kind of physically assess what's happening to your machine. Because it'll tell you, effectively, is it the GPU, which is your graphics card? Is it your CPU, which is your processor? Or is it your memory, which is your RAM? And if it's your memory, then... sorry, buckaroo, time to get some new RAM. If it's your processor, then sorry, buckaroo, time to get a new CPU, which is, that's where that starts to become kind of a fucking problem, because then that's going to be really expensive. And then if it's your GPU, then it's like super sorry, buckaroo, because that's also going to be super fucking expensive. Having it be RAM is like the best fucking case scenario, to be honest. Like, Mr. Man. What's up, Mr. Man? You emerged from the box that we're going to mail you to New Zealand in? You have awoken? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sir, mister, I have very few panels left to do, Mr. Man. Please just let me... Can you let me finish before you decide to end the world? He's like, no, I will not let you do that. He's like, good try, you dummy dumb. And I'm like, oh, it's unfortunate. That really is what's happening over here. You're right.
Mr. No.
To be fair, he just wants to have his midday treaties, and I am being a dick. Today has been a very weird and not so fun day so far, so that's kind of where I'm at. Don't be gross, Mr. Man. It's not my fault. Funny story. No, Mr. Man, no! Sir, please. Anything but that. Sorry, we just get to listen to him do this for a fucking second while I try and fill in the rest of this. Oh my god. Oh, you're so sad. You're so angry, Mr. Man. He's filled with a rage that cannot be quelched. I don't think that we could teach him how to not be enraged. It's too powerful in him. He's too violent and too far gone. Sorry, amigo. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have access to fucking symmetry drawing now. Because I'm in CC. Forgot I can do that. Phew. Gosh darn it. This is the end. I'm having the allergies. Son of a gun. All right. I know, Mr. Man. And now you're going to jump up here and you're going to be so angry because I'm not paying attention to you. That's what happens next, is that you jump up here. Yep. Here he comes. He's thinking about it. Here he comes. Oh, here it comes. Hey, don't... No. He's like, yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is claw your chair because I know you don't like that. I'm like, oh, fascinating. Come on, you little man. Oh, my God. Oh, and then you can't jump right, so you run into the arm of the chair every fucking time. And then now he's probably gonna bite me. That's the next step. Is biting. No, that's my coffee. Look, Mr. Man. Don't huff at me. Don't huff on me. You little huffer. You little angry huffin' snuffin'. Little jerk. You're a little jerk. Don't mind me just like cussing at my cat. I can't tell you. I don't know. This is all I got. Oh no. Now I realize I'm actually a fool because I rushed through this just a little bit, but not really that bad. No, Mr. Man. No, you can't stand on this, please, for the love of all things good. He's making so many biscuits. He's like, I promise I love you. And I'm like, I know you do, but I got shit to do, Mr. Man. Mr. Man. I'm trying to finish this fucking page up because I already feel like a low-key failure for not fucking getting up, being able to get up on time and being ultra depressed, Mr. Man. Like, I have to be able to get through this shit. I cannot let the depression take a hold of me. No, Mr. Man. No, you little drunken monkey. No, don't sit on my mouse. Come here. Demon. Oh my god. I understand why you're like this, but please. Yeah, have you ever seen the fighting style Drunken Monkey? The Kung Fu style? Sometimes that's what Mr. Man acts like. He acts like a little old Chinese man wandering around semi-drunk and then he falls off of stuff, but then he does it with violent intent. And so thereby, Drunken Monkey. Jackie Chan was the martial artist who coined the Drunken Monkey style, actually. Come here. Come on. Sir, I can't draw with my hand if you're just biting my arm. Or headbutting me violently. That's also off the table. Thank you. No, or sticking your little foot out like you're sad. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh my god. Look, I'm going to take you and I'm going to hold you and I'm going to shake you. Oh, cat in the washing machine. Oh, he's fine. I'm fine. For context, I'm grabbing him on his little front legs and then just vibrating him around. He loves it. He's purring. He's making biscuits. He doesn't know that anything that's going on right now is not supposed to be happening. Mr. Man, if you keep coming over here, I'm going to have to throw you off the desk. I'm going to have to kick you out. Your nightclub privileges have been revoked. Okay, there you go. He's been kicked out of the nightclub. He didn't know why. He doesn't know what he's done. After I get done with the color, I'm going to go give him some food, though. It's like, I promise I'm not here to just torture you, Mr. Man. I just have shit to do. He's like, I'm being rejected and dejected. I am going to call Child Protective Services. Oh, I forgot, because I was not looking at the other page, that Grandma has lip color. Just a little bit. Okay, and then let's get this sweater in here. It's like the last bit. Okay, and then let's do this. I like not having a million different fucking layers to deal with, really. Also, I turned off spring-loaded fucking hotkeys, and now I feel a lot better about that. It's not freaking out anymore. Poor Grandma. Oh, yeah, so effectively, it's fucking terrible. Let me go and turn it back on so I can show you exactly what the fuck happens to me. That was probably the wrong menu that I just accidentally clicked. It was. So effectively, if I have spring-loaded tool shortcuts on, timing sensitivity is 200 milliseconds. So effectively, in other words, if I zoom in and I have my brush selected, if I press and hold and then release, you can see that it snaps. I'm not pushing any other buttons. I'm pushing and holding the Z key and releasing, and in other words, it spring loads or it snaps back to whatever tool I was using before. This is fucking annoying because I don't typically use that setting at all, or it was not the default in Photoshop CS6 at fucking all. So what I keep doing is I keep hitting the Z key very quickly, and what Photoshop is interpreting that as is, oh, you want to bounce back to your brush tool. And so then what I was doing is I was hitting the Z key very lightly to snap to my Z tool, which is what I want this to do, and just stay there on the Z tool. And then it was going, no, you want your brush tool, right? So then I was just drawing all over my fucking piece of work. And it's like, no, this is actually the fucking opposite of what I wanted, but thank you, though. And it was really fucking annoying. The end. So I had to turn that off. And I don't believe that the zoom key is the only one that does that like that. But, I get it. I understand why it happens. It's just fucking irritating. Okay. Let me go read my script really quick. Oh, a bright light emanates from the kiss. Cool. So actually, I don't need to open the eyes at all. Oh, I love being able to do shit like this. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Duplicate. Oh, lordy. Drag it over here. Turn this off. Turn this back on. I'm actually going to just turn this off. And then I'm going to drag all of this. Let's see, this. Over here like this. I don't know why it's not 100% perfectly lined up. It's fucking weird. So what that means to me, what that tells me is that I'm going to actually get rid of literally all of this and everything but that I'm duplicating. Because that's fucking dumb. I don't want to have to fuck around with that. It's stupid. Crop it. Alright, so now I need like a starburst. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for star. And I'm going to need star flare. And I'm going to go back up here. I'm going to grab this color. And I am going to... Oh my God, Mr. Man. It's okay, Mr. Man. You're not going to die. You're not going to die. Okay, I might have to go and feed him because otherwise he's going to be very upsetty spaghetti. So now I got to go like this. I don't know if I like this that much. I'm going to actually turn it at 45. Let me see here. Why would you do this to me? Brush, I said. Yeah. Oh, I'm selected on black. That's why. I'm a dumb. I'm like, why is this not working? Okay, I can actually close this now. And I can close this. And I can close this. So this will help it take up less memory. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like that was part of the massive problem. Let's see. I'm going to look up some reference here to do this. This is actually a really good animated sequence here. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, but why does he look fucking great with a beard? So this is what we're looking for. All right, well, I'm going to go feed Mr. Man really fast. I only have about 15. Well, sir, can you wait 15 minutes? He's like, I don't know. I'm pretty fucking impatient. I'm pretty impatient. This is going to make a lot of sense in about 15 seconds. Magic. Don't mind me just shooting a laser beam directly out of an eyeball. Look at this reference again. Gotcha. Their SFX animators on this were just fucking phenomenal. So now I'm going to take this down right at the tips, exactly as they did. Just poof! And we're going to do another layer. We're going to do white. Just right in the middle, like that. And then I think I'm going to set these layers to something that's like less just like starbeamy as fuck. Like that way I can see through it a little bit. I'm going to leave this star alone. Vivid light looks good. There we go, that looks better. So that way I can actually see what's like going on underneath it so that it's not like, what's happening? I still don't, well, because these look fine. This looks fine, but I don't like the edges of that. There we go, that's better. Blue! That's all I gotta say. But I think also, too, in order to really sell this lighting, I actually need a vignette here. Because then it's just like, oh, there's a laser beam happening. Blue! Look at that. And I still do think that I would like a bigger bloom of this light. And I'm going to do like hard light or maybe color dodge. Well, vivid light. What are we looking at here? So I don't want her to look like she's fucking going to Super Saiyan. Does that make sense? Hold on. Please, zoom, you motherfucker. Jesus Christ, Photoshop. Yeah, you gotta watch out. Sometimes that happens. You never know. I'm like, do all of these need to get grouped? Let's see. And get reduced. I think it was just too fucking bright. This is fine. It's SFX. It doesn't have to be. I can be a little... It can be fun. Need to go look for my exact fucking brush. I need to figure out what this brush is actually called. Yeah, because we want it to be dramatic, but not fucking stupid looking. That's the important bit. I don't want it to be so blinding that it's like, wow. Dot scatter, that's what I want. Because I do want magic, but I don't need that much magic, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, that's just too much. Okay, so that looks good. Alright, I finished the SFX, Mr. Man. Okay, let me go fucking feed you. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. This cat is so nasty. He like drooled all over the plate. I set down his food plate and then he just immediately just like slobbered everywhere. I'm like, you're so fucking gross. not happy about the orphan, but also if that's what has to happen. It is what it is. Let's see what I got. Aha, never mind. I figured it out. I figured it out. Arm, please. I don't know how I'm supposed to go after this and, like, go and do work. Because I need to be able to save up money. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I am missing a thing that I needed to go to. I don't have the spoons. It's been about 10 minutes, I am a fool. 10 minutes late already. I gotta finish this. This is important. It's just tough because I'm like, yeah, I need to work, but it's like, what am I gonna do instead of working? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like sitting here like, It's like you get to the point of being overwhelmed and depressed where even doing fun stuff isn't fun anymore. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. what I'm gonna do. Actually, I need to drag this son of a bitch a little bit higher. Actually, I need to go like this. Get out of here. It's tough because I definitely do not draw comics in this format. This is just not what I do. I don't really like mobile scroll format at all. All right. Look at that. And I finished exactly on time. What a time to be alive. Hello? Okay. Hydrate. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of coffee before I go. All right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here and actually go and do other stuff. Shit that makes me munty, even though I don't want to do it. I'm gonna go do that. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate seeing you as always. I know it's not always easy. Shit's going really poorly for me right now, so I appreciate you sticking around. And tomorrow I'll be back to work more on commissions. And, yeah, so hopefully I'll see you then. And otherwise, have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.